Well, did you start? Well, then you started acting before you're doing stand up.
Oh, wait, I never wanted to be a comedian. I never
Okay.
had a lifelong dream of doing stand-up comedy and being tortured by the same straight boys who tortured me in school, who got more money and were treated better and, and let in the door because of their straight white, boy privilege.
Yeah.
No, why would I want to be in that group of guys that grabbed me and treated me like I was a, second class citizen, right?
Right.
Basically, and I didn't go to college because I was gay, because I was afraid of all you guys.
Wow.
So I just started doing it because I had a manager named Catherine James who I talked into taking me on, and she started to represent me. It was Catherine, Carythen, James, Jaymes. That many Y's, you knew, there was going to be a problem.
Yeah.
And she was terrific. And she was Quentin Tarantino's first manager, I believe, or one of his.
Okay.
And I wound up working for her, organizing things, but yet she was so smart and so elegant and so classy. I learned so many things from her. And she said to me, you're really funny. You should do stand up. It's really hip and cool now. I said, I'm not a stand up. I'm an actor. You know, and she said, you should do this. And I said, I can't. I don't even know how to, I'm not a writer. It took me forever to even say that I could write. So I remember writing down, this was like 81 or something, and I remember writing down my whole act about being a fat kid because I certainly couldn't talk about anything real, other than being a fat kid and having a Jewish family. And I went, she got me an audition at the Comedy Store, and I went up and I had a bathroom scale around my neck and a really light one with a necktie for my dad's necktie, and I talked about how fat I was. And I wasn't even fat,
Right. Right.
but I was so nervous and so crazy. I had this sort of crazy, nervous, nuts kind of way of being, and
Right.
was somewhere between Charles Nelson Riley and Marlo Thomas on That Girl. And I was funny. And they said you could be a non-paid showcasing regular, which is probably the lowest that you could be at the Comedy Store. So I would
Right.
invite people to come and see me every other week so I could have a spot. And I started doing stuff. And then the third place I went was the Laugh Factory. And for some reason, Jamie Masada liked me, and I'm still working there.